to Oscar De La Hoya, Robert Gaspari, and the Golden Boy promotions team, both fight camps, our good friend Tony Walker with HBO Sports, of course Bob Bennett with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Thank you for joining us here in the Ka Theater at the MGM Grand. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday night at T-Mobile Arena for this great event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Richard. Next, I'd like to introduce a member of the best boxing television network in the business. I was fortunate enough to fight almost exclusively on HBO throughout my career, and their shows remain head and shoulders above the rest. We are lucky to have Tony Walker, Vice President of Programming for HBO Pay-Per-View, with us today. Tony?
Thanks, Oscar. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of our Executive Vice President of Sports, Peter Nelson, and the rest of the HBO staff, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and talking big-time boxing today. A lot of credit should go to Oscar and Eric and the Golden Boy team for putting together a show that honors the tradition of Cinco de Mayo and also gives us a great fight that is in keeping with the sort of fights we've often seen on Cinco de Mayo when we have such a great sports weekend. We know that Canelo and Julio are going to give us a great fight in the ring. They're both two veterans, skilled, very talented fighters with a lot at stake because their careers will both be, affected by what happens. But I think we should also acknowledge that these two gentlemen have consistently been able to fill up arenas, to sell TV, and in this age of fragmented TV viewing and a lot of things to do, the ability to get people to pay to see you on TV consistently over years is quite remarkable, and a lot of credit should go to them for developing a style and a personality that people actually care about. And we think them together on Saturday will be something very special. I'd like to thank all the distributors, the cable companies, the satellite companies who have worked so hard to make sure everyone knows that this fight is happening. It's going to be easy to order. The suggested retail price is $59.95. And of course, I'd like to thank our friends at the MGM Grand, Mr. Sturm and his staff. We get treated like royalty here, and they always make it very easy to do our broadcast. Lastly, I would like to ask that you inform all your viewers, listeners, readers, that there's some great HBO video about the upcoming fight that they can see on all our digital channels. HBO Go, HBO On Demand, our HBO YouTube channel. I think it was mentioned earlier, Canelo against Chavez, a winning tradition, a fighting tradition, is still there. You can see a great intense face-off that features the fighters and Max Kellerman. And of course, there are several old fights that showcase the fighters at their best. So 6 p.m. Saturday night, the pay-per-view telecast starts. It's going to be special, it's going to be exciting, and we promise a great broadcast. So thank you everybody for coming, and we'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you, Tony. Now I'd like to introduce to you a man who really needs no introduction. He is a former two-division world champion. He is my partner at Golden Boy Promotions. He knows a thing or two about the middleweight division. He's a legend. He's fought the very best. He's been in there against the very best. And he continues being an ambassador for the sport and for the fighters. My partner, Bernard Hopkins.
First, I'd like to say to everyone, this is one of those fights every year we see where you have names throw it around about big fights. This is a big one. I don't know the last time we've seen a Mexican fight, a Mexican of this magnitude in a while, where you have pride and you have dignity and heart and talent all in one. And I'm looking for probably one of the biggest, is not brutal fights, it's tough fights, because I see that Chavez is coming with legacy behind him, and he's coming also to prove that whatever happened in the past won't happen Saturday. But Canelo, who's the face of one of the most proudest months in boxing, May and September, and now that we have that new face in boxing to represent the most important month of boxing, one of them, I know he wants to continue to represent that in the future. But I'm looking for a good fight. Enjoy it, because, like I said, you know, we crave and we talk about when this is going to happen, when that's going to happen. Here we go. So enjoy it and just pay attention.
Before we introduce the teams, I just want to point out that boxing in 2017 has a chance, an opportunity to come out of hiatus. We've had Joshua versus Klitschko, which sold out the arena out in the UK in Manchester with 90,000 people. We now have Canelo Chavez. We have September reserved. We have Ward versus Kovalev coming up. And the list goes on and on and on. So I do want to take this opportunity to all the sponsors and all the fans, and especially the media, for uplifting the sport that we dearly love. The fighters give us the action. The fighters give us some beautiful performances. But it's you guys, the sponsors, the media, and the fans who make it all possible. So thank you very much for that. Ahora les quiero presentar el equipo Chavez Jr. And to introduce the team, I will call up to the podium. He is the representative for Chavez Jr., and he is Guadalupe Valencia. Guadalupe.
Thank you to all my fans. I heard Oscar say he had September reserved also, but he hasn't talked to us. So at some point, I think he should talk to us about the September date. First of all, I'd like to thank a lot of the people who have been around Julio throughout his career, but especially in this training camp. His wife, Frida, his two daughters, they spent 8 weeks in Otomi with Julio, supporting him. It was a very difficult camp. It's a lonely place in the mountains of Otomi with very little Wi-Fi and very little access to the outside world, and they were there the entire time supporting him. I'd also like to thank other people who were critical to this entire camp on the Chavez Jr. side. Sean Gibbons, who's been a great support for Julio for a better part of his career, Juan Carlos Torres, and also the hard work of Al Heyman during the negotiations in this fight. On this side, we have a cast of legends that don't need much introduction. The very famous, probably in my opinion, the best trainer in the history of the world alive today, Mr. Nacho Beristain. He's also got a big following. And also we got Memo Heredia, one of the most known and important strength and conditioning coaches. I think he's done a wonderful job, as you guys could see. Julio looks relaxed, he looks in shape, and the weight is not going to be a problem. And Mr. Heredia is one of the people that could be thanked for that. And of course we have the legend whose name I don't need to say. Everybody knows his history, and he's the father of Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. It's been an amazing experience to be around this group of legends and just hearing the stories of what they've done in their career. But most of all, I think that everybody has come together to try to make this historic event happen. As everybody has mentioned before, this was a very important moment in the history of Mexico, and this fight is a very important moment in the history of Mexico. And we talk about a lot of big fights, and their moment, lots of other fights were the important fight. But I believe that in our lifetime, for Mexico, for the Mexican fans, I think this is the fight. This is the fight of the moment. Both sides have worked really hard. Both fighters have trained really hard. And the day of Saturday, May 6th, there's going to be a bell, and all we can do is watch. I'm very confident that Julio has done everything that he can to make sure that he's victorious. And I'll talk to Oscar about September date also after the fight. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Let's call up to the podium para decir unas palabritas el señor Nacho Beristain para que hable de la preparación, del entrenamiento. If you can do it from the...
Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Ignacio Beristain, todos conocidos. Tengo 58 años en este medio.
I've been in boxing
He
for
manejado
58
algunos
years.
peleadores importantes aquí en Las Vegas. Ahora me toca estar con Julio César Chávez Jr. Hicimos una preparación extensa, 2 meses encerrados en el Otomí, con el invierno más crudo que haya pasado en esa zona, y nos dio la idea y la ilusión de aspirar a la victoria frente a un peleador de gran calidad como es Saúl Álvarez, que todo el mundo quisiera pelear con él y ganarle, y nosotros no somos la excepción, aspiramos a la victoria. Gracias.
I've been in boxing for 58 years. I've had many big fights here in Las Vegas, and I'm very proud to be here with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. For this fight. We've trained really hard under very tough conditions for the past 2 months, and we aspire victory. We are inspired by everything that we have done. I am with a fighter that has lots and lots of qualities, and I'm very proud to be here, and I think that we're going to do well.
Thank you very much. Next to say a few words, he is the conditioning coach who has done a terrific job in getting Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. in shape. He is Memo Heredia to say a few words. Memo.
How you doing, guys? Good afternoon to the media, and thanks for being here. Just wanted to say that it was one of the most important camps for me as a goal as a strength conditioner. We did a good camp. Like Nacho said, we have been 2 months in training camp in isolation with different weather issues, very cold and everything, but it was all worth it for the fact that we won the best for Junior, and Junior gave us the best he could that the whole camp. So we feel confident there's going to be a tremendous fight, and obviously it's a good fight for the Mexicans, for the Mexican people. That is two good boxers as Canelo and Chavez Jr. We finally face each other, and I just want to thank everyone for the support, the media for being there, and some of the Mexican media like Chavez was coming, visiting, and TV and different media outlets to the training camp where it was not easy to get, but it was all worth it, and thank you very much. It's an honor to be with Nacho, Don Chavez, and Guadalupe Valencia, as my lawyer, and everybody here. Thank you very much.
And now it is my pleasure to introduce to you a man who needs no introduction the world over. He has been a great ambassador for boxing. He's my hero, my inspiration, why I got into this sport. And I had the honor and the pleasure to fight him twice, and will always be my hero. That is Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Julio.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Muy contento de estar aquí y muy contento de que se acerque este sábado. Creo que he vivido momentos muy grandes en mi carrera, donde dicen que México se paralizaba cuando peleaba. No me consta porque yo estaba peleando, pero creo que esta pelea es similar o más grande que la mía. Creo que esta pelea va a paralizar todo México. Y muy contento, muy satisfecho con la preparación sobre todo de Julio. Sabemos que es una pelea difícil, una pelea dura, pero no imposible de ganar, porque arriba del ring se gana y se pierde, y cuando se lleva una mentalidad triunfadora, las cosas pueden suceder de una manera positiva. Y para ya no hablar mucho, voy a decir una frase que dijo con todo respeto Canelo: vamos a dejarnos de mamaditas y el sábado vamos a ver de qué cuero salen más correas. Gracias.
Thank you very much.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that Saturday is close. I've lived many big moments in my life. This is one of the biggest moments and probably one of the biggest fights in my life. This is a fight that's consuming Mexico. It's a very difficult fight, but it's a fight that can be won inside the ring. Everything is possible inside of the ring. Thank you.
Gracias, gracias. With boxing royalty in his blood, he's a former world middleweight champion. He has proven that he is worthy of carrying the legacy he inherited by his father, living legend and six-time world champion Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. In his most recent performance, Chavez Jr. met with highly regarded Dominique Breach, winning the bout via unanimous decision. Ladies and gentlemen, he is in the best shape of his life, as his team mentioned. and it is my pleasure to introduce to you Julio Cesar Chavez, Jr.
Primero que nada, pues agradecer a todos por venir a la última conferencia de prensa.
I want to thank everybody for being here at this last press conference.
Me siento listo, me siento contento de que la pelea ya esté a pocos días.
I feel ready and I feel happy that the fight is only a few days away.
Sigo en la misma postura, vengo a ganar, no solamente a pelear.
I came here to win, not just to fight.
Yo creo que ya no hay mucho que decir, todo lo que se tuvo que decir se dijo en el pasado. Estamos listos para una gran pelea y para ganar. Muchas gracias.
Everything has already been said. We've all spoken, and I'm here to win this great fight.
Thank you very much. Gracias, Julio. Now to introduce to you Team Canelo. First off, he is the trainer, he is the manager. He has been doing an incredible job with Canelo Alvarez. And I strongly believe that they haven't really received the credit they deserve. As you can see, Canelo's getting better, faster, stronger, and that's because of his team that he has in his corner. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you a man they call Chepo, José Chepo Reynoso.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes a todos ustedes. No hay fecha que no se llegue, ni plazo que no se cumpla, dice un dicho muy mexicano. Y efectivamente, tuvieron que pasar varios años para que se concretara esta gran pelea. Afortunadamente, para nosotros y para toda la afición, esto ya es un hecho. Solo faltan algunos días para que suban arriba y hablen con las manos, hablen con los puños y sostengan lo que se dijeron abajo del ring. Así que en el equipo Canelo nos declaramos listos para luchar por la victoria. Y que gane el que merezca ganar. Muchas gracias.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you everybody for being here. You know, there's a saying in Mexico that there's not a date that won't arrive, and the date is here. We're a couple of days away. We've had a great camp, and this has been brewing. This has been cooking for many years, and we're just a few days away. And come Saturday night, Team Canelo is very confident that the work has been put in and that we will raise our hands in victory. Thank you so much.
Gracias, Chepo. Thank you very much. It is my pleasure to introduce to you one of the premier trainers in the sport today. Eddie Reynoso has worked side by side with Canelo from the beginning and has helped guide him to incredible success inside the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Reynoso. Eddie.
Buenas tardes. Antes que nada, gracias por su asistencia.
Good afternoon, everybody. Before I start, I'd like to thank everybody for your assistance.
Hemos trabajado no 2 meses, nosotros hemos trabajado durante muchos años juntos, con la misma disciplina, con la misma ilusión, con las ganas de llegar hasta donde estamos en este momento.
We've worked many years, hard, sacrifices, and worked really with a lot of discipline to get to where we are today.
Hemos hecho un gran trabajo Lo único que nos queda es sellarlo el día sábado y pues estamos listos. Muchísimas gracias.
We've had a fantastic camp. We've done all the hard work, and we're just waiting for Saturday night. Thank you very much. We're ready.
Thank you. Gracias, Eddie. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce to you the biggest star in boxing today. At the age of 26, he has an astonishing record of 48-1 with 34 knockouts, and is only getting bigger and stronger and faster. Fight fans, the best has yet to come from Canelo Alvarez. He is a captivating fighter with a global audience of millions of fans eager to watch more and more of him. This is a man who never backs down from a fight, having gone up to face Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Shane Mosley, James Kirkland, Alfredo Angulo, Austin Trout, the American Dream Lara, and Miguel Cotto, and the list goes on and on and on. And he's only 26 years old. Let me introduce to you a man they call Canelo, and that is Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí, gracias a todos por el apoyo que le han brindado a esta pelea. Pues ya todo lo que se hizo. Estamos listos para el sábado. Espero disfruten de una gran pelea.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for all the support you've given this fight. And look, all the job, everything that had to be done has been done. And we're ready for Saturday night for a great fight.
De mi parte pondré todo para que esta pelea quede en la historia del boxeo mexicano. Estamos listos.
Very much. Before we open it up for questions from the media, I just want to say that, like Sylvester Stallone and Canelo would say, be bold and watch it on HBO pay-per-view Saturday night, 5 de Mayo. You don't want to miss it. Thank you very much.
¿Qué tal? Martín Navarro de Notisistema en Guadalajara, Jalisco. Saúl, mencionas que el que gane va directo al corazón de los mexicanos. Es decir, esto es más que una simple pelea y que ya trasciende a nivel mundial.
No, mira, la verdad es que me siento muy orgulloso, me siento muy contento que esta pelea esté acaparando el boxeo mundial entre dos mexicanos. Creo que es un orgullo para mí. Creo que siempre él va a tener sus fans, yo voy a tener los míos al final. Entonces, más que nada es una pelea para seguir haciendo historia. Es una pelea muy importante para el boxeo mexicano, para el boxeo en general, así que espero la disfruten.
René Romero para TV Azteca. Con todo respeto para los dos, han sido muy criticados, se les ha criticado, se ha cuestionado que no son lo mejor de todo México. Esto podría dejar claro que el que pierda no es en verdad una estrella del boxeo mexicano. Me gustaría que los dos me pudieran responder eso.
No, bueno, yo creo que el éxito viene de la mano de la crítica, ¿no? Eso ha pasado con todos los campeones que ha habido y es normal, ¿no? Yo creo que para eso se hizo esta pelea, ¿no? Siempre es para ver quién es mejor y para eso está, claro que sí.
The question was for both fighters. there's been heavy criticism to both of you to see who's the winner, who's the best, who can carry that flag of the best Mexican fighter. Do you think the loser can now accept that? And look, that's what Canelo says. That's what this fight was made for. That's what this fight is done. And it'll see on Saturday night who will carry that.
Kendra Johnson, Ring TV. This is for Canelo. Canelo, do you feel that this fight is a major step for your legacy, that you need this to build that golden legacy that you want to establish?
Claro que sí. Todas las peleas para mí son importantes para seguir haciendo historia. Esta es una pelea que es muy importante para seguir haciendo mi historia como peleador. Claro que sí. Entonces me siento muy contento y motivado de que sea sábado.
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, every fight of my career is very important. I got to keep winning. I got to keep writing history. I got to keep building on my career, and this fight is no exception. So I'm very excited. I'm happy that Saturday is nearby.
Sí, Saúl Julio César Chávez Jr. Saludos, Salvador Rodríguez para ESPN. ¿Qué mensaje le mandan a la afición? Sabemos que la afición se ha polarizado en México. Como dices, los que te aman quizás te odien, los que lo aman quizás también lo odien. ¿Qué mensaje le mandan pensando en los momentos que viven los mexicanos en esta nación, en esta parte de la frontera?
The question is, what can you send? What message can you send to the fans in Mexico? There's fans obviously that love you. There's probably fans that hate you. Likewise to Julio, the fans that love you, that hate you. What message can you send, especially in these tough times, to the Mexican fans?
De mi parte, lo único que les puedo decir es que se sientan orgullosos de lo que estamos haciendo a nivel mundial, dos mexicanos. Creo que eso es lo primero que tienen que sentirse orgullosos, ¿no? Porque cualquier mexicano en cualquier parte del mundo podemos hacer mucho. Creo que lo primero que nada se tienen que sentir orgullosos. Y después, pues los que critiquen, pero orgullosos se deben de sentir.
The first thing I could tell them is, look, be proud, be honored that two Mexicans can do good things in another country, and we can work hard and put put us on the map and show what we can do. So first thing, to be proud, be honored. Second thing, the critics are always going to be there. They're always going to criticize, and just be proud of it.
Sí, yo creo que tienen que sentirse orgullosos y creo que no deben de criticar esta pelea porque es una pelea que la gente le ha pedido durante mucho tiempo. Se hizo ya la pelea esta, estamos a unos días de que se realice la pelea y pues siempre va a haber críticas, pero creo que la gente que nos critica en este momento nos va a criticar siempre, ¿no? Porque entonces, ¿qué más podemos hacer?
I think that everybody needs to be proud. We have to be proud of this. There's always going to be critics. The reason that we made this fight is because that's what the people wanted to watch. And we're going to do our best. But the critics will always be there.
We're going to do two more and then do the faces.
Buenas tardes, Jesús López para ESPN Deportes Radio Las Vegas. Saúl, una pregunta, ¿no sería bueno que de ganar esta pelea aceptaras el cinturón y de alguna manera se subastara para que con eso se ayudara a la comunidad huichola de Jalisco que tanto lo necesita? Y una pregunta también para Julio César Chávez Jr. Así es, hay muchas, Saúl. Para Chávez Jr., ¿cómo ha impactado en ti el ser entrenado por el señor Nacho Baristain? ¿Ha cambiado tu manera de ver el boxeo? Gracias.
Okay, so the question to Canelo is, Wouldn't it be good that you accept this belt and maybe auction it off to help the people of the Huichol community, the culture?
No, por mí que se subaste, yo no tengo problema en eso. Creo que yo desde los 14 años, 15 años conozco a gente huichol. De hecho tenemos un campeón con orígenes huicholes, así que por mí está bien lo que sea. Si quieren que se subaste y que se lo den a la gente huichol, yo con mucho gusto.
On my behalf, I'm very happy that if they auction it off and raise money and help the community of the Huichol culture, because ever since I was 14 years old, I've always been close to the Huichols. In fact, in my gym, we have a world champion of Huichol culture. So yes, I would be all for an auction.
Buenas tardes, Ernesto Amador de Univisión Deportes. La pregunta no es para los peleadores, es para dos legendarios peleadores, para Julio César Chávez padre y Oscar de la Hoya. Vivieron grandes batallas. ¿Cómo viven esta pelea ahora, estando abajo del cuadrilátero y siendo parte de los dos equipos?
No, pues, bueno, el Canelo es como, de la Hoya es como su papá, entonces debe sentirse también un poco nervioso. Yo me siento, pues, nervioso como padre, ¿no? O sea, yo sé que en el boxeo se gana y se pierde. Lógicamente, sé que Julio puede perder, puede ganar, pero pues que sea lo que Dios quiera.
Well, you know, Oscar's like Canelo's dad. With regards to me, I'm nervous. I know that inside of the ring, somebody could win, somebody could lose. I know that anything could happen, but I think that Julio could win, and that's what's going to happen.
No, pues yo me siento orgulloso de ser parte de este evento. Yo obviamente el Canelo es un boxeador profesional que no se prepara, pero siempre está preparado para pelear y ganar. Así que uno se siente tranquilo, pero bien emocionado de promover a un boxeador con mucha disciplina.
I'm very honored to be promoting, to be involved in this event. But look, with Canelo Alvarez, he's a fighter that doesn't have to prepare because he's always prepared. And that gives me the tranquility to know what's coming Saturday night.
Good. We will now pose the fighters for pictures. Gracias. Thank you very much. you very much, everyone. Gracias. And thank you to TGB Promotions for being our partners in this event. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to continue the conversation. We have Canelo here with us right now, and of course, as we were saying, some people doubt Junior's commitment to this fight. What do you have to say about that, and how do you feel towards it?
No, me siento muy contento de que venga listo, de que esté preparado. Creo que eso quiere decir que vamos a entregarle a la afición una gran pelea. Yo estoy listo desde hace muchos años, siempre me gusta prepararme al 100% y esta no es la excepción.
Well, he's very happy to hear that because that way there's no excuses. You know, he's anxious that the fight gets here, and if he's prepared very well, then that's a guarantee that we're going to give the fans a very great fight come Saturday night.
Yeah, and this is definitely a fight for the fans. People have been showing up since Monday to come and watch this fight that's happening on Saturday. How do you feel about how everybody's been receiving this fight from the very beginning that it was announced?
No, me siento muy contento, agradecido con la afición por el apoyo que le han brindado a esta pelea y yo pondré todo de mi parte para entregarles una gran pelea y ojalá disfruten el sábado por la noche.
Look, I'm very happy with the support and the love and you know, all the support the fans are giving this particular fight, and that's why I'm going to give it that extra. I'm motivated to give them that extra, give them that fight on Saturday night.
And at 164.5, that's a new weight for you, but will we be seeing a new Canelo out there as well?
No, obviamente es un peso nuevo para mí. Me siento muy bien. Creo que sí van a ver a un nuevo Canelo. Veremos el sábado. Me siento bastante bien. Entonces el sábado es nomás poner todo el trabajo que realizamos durante toda la preparación.
I feel very good. Yes, it's a new weight, it's a new division, but I feel very, very good. And come Saturday night, we're going to do everything that we've prepared for in the gym, in camp, to put it all on display.
Thanks, Robert, and of course, Canelo, gracias a ti. Mucha suerte.
Canelo Alvarez speaking with Jessica Rosales, finished up with the final press conference. The last time we're going to hear these two. An interesting press conference, and You know, come Wednesday, these guys are trying to make weight. You know, they all said it. You know, we've talked enough. They've been on a tour all over the United States. They went to Mexico. They've been talking about it for months, Steve. And it's more of just, you can feel the animosity, but also the anticipation of, let's get something going already.
Well, you can also feel the wariness. I believe that Canelo Alvarez was much more relaxed